In a quiet neighborhood on the edge of Lahore stood an old, abandoned house. For nearly 12 years, it remained empty. Its windows were caked with dust, its walls cracked, and the garden had turned into a wild jungle. But this house held a peculiar secret. Every single night, at precisely 2:30 a.m., a single light on the top floor would turn on. Just one. How one? It would glow for exactly 5 minutes, and then, just as suddenly, it would turn off. At first, people brushed it off. Faulty wiring, maybe, or perhaps cats, the wind, or even a local prankster. But here's the thing. The government had officially cut the electricity to that house years ago. So, how was that light still turning on? This mystery caught the attention of a man named Imran, who had just moved in nearby. His bedroom window offered a perfect view of the old house. And every night, like clockwork, 2:30 a.m. sharp, the same room would light up. Imran started asking his neighbors about it. Most of them would change the subject, their faces tight with unease. One elderly lady leaned in and whispered, "Berto, don't look at the house after midnight." It belonged to the Siddiqui family. They left in a hurry after something happened, but she refused to say anything more. Her warning only fueled Imran's curiosity. He had to know what was going on. One night, he decided to investigate. He brewed a strong cup of tea, set his alarm for 10 a.m., and sat by his window with a notebook, ready to document whatever happened. At exactly 2:30 a.m., click. The light switched on. It wasn't a flicker or a mistake. It was a steady, deliberate glow, as if someone had flipped a switch. Imran quickly grabbed his phone and zoomed in with the camera. Inside the room, he saw a shadow, a figure, standing motionless near the window. A wave of panic washed over him, and he ducked down, his heart pounding. When he dared to look again, the shadow was gone. Then, as the clock struck to 8 a.m., click, the light went out. Imran didn't sleep a wink that night. The next morning, he went straight to the local police and told them everything. 2 officers agreed to accompany him to the abandoned house. They broke the rusted lock on the gate and stepped inside. The air was thick with the smell of dust and decaying wood. Their footsteps echoed eerily through the silent halls. They made their way up to the top floor and pushed open the door to the room with the mysterious light. What they found inside was baffling. There was no light bulb, no switch, no wiring, nothing. Just bare, empty walls. Maybe someone came in and removed the wiring, one officer suggested nervously, but the floor was covered in a thick, undisturbed layer of dust. There were no footprints at all, except for the ones they were making right now. As they were about to leave, Imran's eye caught something in the corner, a small, dust-covered diary. Picked it up. It belonged to Mr. Siddiqui, the man who used to own the house. Imran flipped to the last written page, and the words sent a chill down his spine. The date on the entry was 5 years of third. The family had supposedly moved out when the house was already abandoned. To note read, "If this light turns on, know that I am still watching." No explanation. No signature. Just that one haunting line. Imran asked the officers how a diary, written years after the family left, could possibly be in this room. They had no answer. That night, sleep was impossible for Imran. But some strange impulse told him to look at the house one last time. At 2:13 a.m., he peered out his window. The light was on again, but this time it wasn't steady. It flickered slowly, rhythmically, like Morse code. Short, long, long, long. Imran's hands trembled as he typed the pattern into a translator on his phone. It spelled out one chilling word: leave. He froze, his blood turning to ice. And then, something changed. For the first time since he moved in, the light didn't turn off after 5 minutes. It stayed on bright, unblinking, and intense. It felt like it was staring directly at him. The next morning, Imran packed his bags and left the neighborhood without looking back. After he was gone, the light in that old house was never seen again.